Hello Capricorn, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw honest truth. This is your mid-April tarot forecast, and your theme is the Six of Cups. So nostalgia, memories, childhood memories, looking back into the past, okay? Yeah, you might be like having a bit more time on your hands and thinking about thinking about the past and like how things used to be as well. It doesn't necessarily have to go all the way back to childhood. It can be like, yeah, how things used to be. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've got 3 different decks, and they represent what's happening on the surface, beneath the surface, and advice cards. So that's my Cat deck, Thoth deck, and Mystic Monday's deck. Definitely make sure you stick around until the end, where you pick your own destiny cards. And holy moly, oh my gosh, you are going to, honestly, the latter half of April is definitely a bit intense for you. I will show you in a moment. And yeah, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. All that good stuff helps me out. Okay. Holy shit. Pardon my French. Wow. Okay, so I will show you the 2 cards on the surface, but they're going to have like a very different meaning when I show you the associated cards beneath the surface, okay? But essentially, this is what's happening for the 3rd and the 4th week overall. We've got, during the 3rd week, rejuvenation, which in many decks is judgment, which can represent, in this deck, it represents more of an intense rebirth, shedding your old skin for better or for worse, becoming a new person. You'll never be the same person that you used to be. It can be like a crossroads, a massive announcement. So this change is something that like everyone in your family and community like knows about, in a sense. And because it's a judgment, it's like maybe after there's been like a lot of time waiting for like the final judgment, a decision has been made, and that can be freeing in yourself as well. But essentially it is like a rebirth, okay? And then during the 4th week, we have got the 5 of Swords, which can be a very like controlling, like mentally stressful, like blocked kind of energy. This could be you, this could be someone else who is being a bit too controlling, to say the least. Maybe this person, maybe this is one of 2 things, right? Either you've had a complete intense rebirth, you're a new person, and either this person doesn't want to accept it and they're refusing to change, okay? Or you have this massive rebirth, but then there's this part of you that is like mentally kind of blocked from that. The thing is, this is a higher arcana card. It's happened. There's no going back. This has been a long time coming. This is a minor arcana card. So the thing is, it's not like this will ever stop this, right? This might just kind of slow it down a little bit, but a major arcana card, excuse me, is inevitable. So maybe that's why we've got the 6 of Cups as your theme, because maybe you have this rebirth, but then in a sense, you almost kind of like go back to the way that you used to be in the past, but this is very superficial. You have been reborn. Like, there's no going back from that. Okay, so I'll show you the 3rd week, right? So interesting. Okay, wow. I feel like it might have to do with a relationship, okay? And I'll show you why I'm saying that. And it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be romantic, friendship, family, etc., right? So like I said, 3rd week, we've got rejuvenation, right? Under the surface, we've got the 2 of Cups. So this is a very karmic love card with someone else. So like I said, it could be romantic love, but it could be friend or family, right? And then your advice is the 10 of Wands. Okay, so I feel like something's happened that you have completely changed. You have completely changed in regards to how you love, how you give love and receive love in your most intimate relationships with the people closest to you. This might be about someone in particular together, okay? Your advice is, as the 10 of Wands, is like, I feel like you're trying to shed away this skin, but it's like you don't completely, there's almost like a part of you that's resisting this change within yourself. And I feel like you almost, a part of you needs to go back to the old ways because of duty, obligation, responsibility. But what you really need to do, the 10 of Wands as an advice card, is saying you need to ask people for help. You should not ever have to struggle with anything on your own. You know, if you really have love in your life, okay, you should be able to ask the people that love you, that are around you, for help, okay? That might be part of the change, that you need to actually like let people know when you need help. And they should want to help you. Like, people who love you, a lot of people will will cherish the fact that like you trust them so much that you went to them to ask. Like a lot of people will make them feel special. Okay, this is the 4th week. I feel like this rebirth within you is being resisted by someone around you. Okay, so look, this is the 4th week. We've got the 5 of Swords, but this could be like you mentally, like swords are very mental. So it could be you just like your ego, like, whoa, what's happening, right? And kind of trying to block this change that is happening no matter what. And beneath the surface, we've got the Prince of Swords. This can, when negatively aspected, can be like, represent like manipulation, trying to like control maybe even like a group of people, like saying this, saying that, doing this, trying to like, you see, it's almost like they've got puppets, like they're a puppet master almost. And your advice is the Moon. Okay, so I honestly, like, look, this is either you, but it could be someone else. I feel like for a lot of you, okay, it's going to be someone else. You've gone through a rebirth. It's going to change the way that you give and receive love in your most intimate relationships. You really do need to ask for help. I feel like certain people around you are going to try and be mentally controlling you, but also manipulating not just you, but maybe people around you to try and control. They're definitely trying to control you. Maybe they're resisting this change for some reason. Maybe they don't want you to change. Maybe because they know that when you change and you grow and you evolve, that you might actually like get to a higher spiritual level than them and maybe drift away. Maybe they want to keep you down. Maybe they want to keep you under their thumb so that you won't go away. Maybe they know if you have enough confidence that you'll stay with them forever. Your advice is the Moon, right? So what the Moon is saying, right, is that you really need to, especially because of the way this is aspected, okay? So there's the Moon, you really need to look into not just your subconscious, okay? Maybe your subconscious reactions to certain people and situations, certain triggers that come up from your subconscious to the conscious. You need to like sit with that, but you honestly need to also look at how other people are being deceitful and dishonest and trying to trick you, and how you feed into that. You need to sit with everything that's going on and seriously reflect on the patterns, on the situations, okay? So this isn't saying necessarily like to go off, and maybe you don't have a choice with that right now, but you seriously need to sit down and reflect, okay? And I feel like because your theme is the 6 of Cups, you might want to reflect all the way back to your childhood. Were there certain times, the way that like this person is reacting around you, were there certain times in your childhood, especially with like your parents or your, guardians, or, whoever you had that was your main rock when you were a child, did they ever try to control you a little bit too much? Did they ever stress you out? Did they ever try and manipulate you? Did they ever try to keep you under their thumb? Like, this might be related to some childhood trauma, okay? So I think you need to seriously reflect all the way back. Excuse me, sorry about that. Not editing it out. Blah. Anyways, yeah, so seriously, like, reflect, and you deserve to be able to have people help you out. You shouldn't have to like deal with this burden all by yourself, okay? All right, so pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. You are going to pick your own destiny cards. But yeah, like, who is this person? Like I said, it doesn't necessarily need to be romantic. It could be a friend or a family, or just someone that like you have some sort of a love connection with, and it looks karmic, you know what I mean? The 2 of Cups is very karmic, like you often knew them from a past life, and often there's lots of lessons that you choose to meet up with in this life. I'll do once more. Yeah, so like, tell me, who is this? What is forced you to have this, rebirth? And what do you need to reflect on? Let me know. All right, if you picked one, let's see what we've got. Wow, okay, so I feel like, okay, so this is what we've got if you picked one. We've got the Queen of Swords on the surface, the 6 of Cups beneath the surface, and we've got the Eight of Wands. So I feel like there's going to be most likely a female or someone who has very feminine energy that, you know, brings you so much joy and love. And I feel like you need to send them a message, or they will be sending you lots of messages, okay? So the Eight of Wands is all about like lots of messages. This could also be like messages from the universe or a higher source. So honestly, this could be someone who is deceased and they're sending you messages from beyond the veil, like all of these synchronicities, right? So I feel like you are going to like, and it's someone that you love a lot, okay? Oh yeah, and we've got the Six of Cups again right here. So it could also be someone from your past. So I feel like you might either want to send messages to an older female that you really, really love and have a lot of messages from your past, and just send them a lot of messages. But then also, if you think that this person I'm talking about may have moved beyond, you really want to like maybe pray to them and just have a conversation with them and be open to receiving messages from them, like ask, please send me messages in my dreams, synchronicities, you know what, just things like that, okay? But I feel like you really need to be open to messages, getting messages sent your way from a really strong female. Like, what would she say? What would she say if you were asking advice about this, okay? If you pick two. Shit. If you pick two, on the surface, we've got the Five of Wands. Beneath the surface, we've got the Prince of Cups and Nine of Swords. Okay, so the Prince of Cups is not well aspected, all right? So I feel like most likely you, because this is you, right? But it could be someone really close to you, but I feel like for most of you, it's you. You are just not able to hold it together, okay? You don't have the structure. You don't have the stability right now at this moment. There's just too much going on your plate. You're not in a good frame of mind, that you just don't have the right energy for it. It might be because of someone, a male who is maybe a bit immature in love. They're quite fickle. They're self-centered. They do things because it makes them feel good. They're not really thinking, they're not very good at empathizing and thinking about like how their words and actions are, how they make other people feel. Also, when negatively aspected, they can be super manipulative and like really toy with your emotions. Yeah, to kind of mess with you. Very negatively psychological. Pretty much mind fucking you. But toying with your heart, oh, that's the worst. And look at this, your advice is the Nine of Swords. Okay, so the Nine of Swords has been absolutely victimized and stabbed in the back, okay? But as an advice card, it's like, okay, one, how many times are you gonna let this person hurt you? Because when you stay in the same position, you are allowing yourself to, you're just setting yourself up to be stabbed in the back again, to be hurt again, okay? So at some point you have to decide like, okay, am I going to stay here and continue to be a victim and just wait for the next time they're going to hurt me? Because they will. This is the 9, not the 10. Or am I going to like actually stand up and move on and move away? And am I going to stop being a victim? And that could be leaving them. That could be standing up for yourself. That could be, honestly, whatever it is that will make you feel less victimized. If it's talking to people that you, like friends and family that you feel like really have your best interest at heart or can help give you different perspective, or just like getting a counselor or a therapist, going to like, I guess we can't really go to group therapy right now or whatever, but look, whatever it is to you that will make you feel more empowered, because this is the lack of empowerment. This is feeling victimized, okay? But yeah, this person really is, they just want what's best for them. Look. And they might try and say, oh no, this is for you, but it's like, no, it's not. If you pick 3, let's see what we've got. All right, cool. So if you picked 3, we've got the 8 of Pentacles. Underneath the surface, we've got the Hanged Man. And your advice is the Chariot. Okay, so I feel like you're in some sort of a situation, something related to work, or maybe like paying for certain lessons or training or something like that, but something to do with like money, or maybe building a business or upgrading your skills or investments or something like that, right? But I think that like beneath the surface, so like on the surface, you're like, yeah, I'm doing this because I need to make more money, blah, 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 blah. But beneath the surface, you feel stuck. You feel like maybe you've gotten in, for example, maybe you're in a contract or you're stuck in for a while, you can't quite get out of, or maybe you feel obligated to complete this course or this training or whatever it is, and you feel stuck, right? But your advice is the Chariot. So like the Chariot is saying like, look, what do you want in the long run? Go for that. So that actually might mean moving away from this, canceling the payments, canceling the contract, canceling whatever this is. Honestly, this could be a lot of things. It could be like building a house. It could be payments towards whatever. But like you are feeling stuck. You're feeling like you're stuck in the sacrifice. And yes, you've gained a lot of wisdom from it. But like, yeah, the Chariot is like saying, look, what do you want in the long run? Is this actually going to help get what you want in the long run? Okay. And go for what you want in the long run. And if it means moving away from this, then move away from it. If it means sticking with this, then stick with it. If it means changing this, then change it. So think about really what you want in the long run. And I'm just kind of getting a vibe that you're like worried what other people will think. You need to put yourself first, okay? Put yourself first. Do what you want. It's your life, okay? Let other people worry about their lives. Okay, if you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. That's all in the description below. I do monthly, mid-monthly readings, so definitely make sure you're subscribed. And yeah, if you're still here, you get a secret bonus card. All right, let's see. Wow, I really feel like you're stuck in a negative mind frame, that you're stuck in like a negative cycle of thought, fear, but you can always walk away from that. You're never stuck. Whenever you feel like you're stuck, you're actually not. You can always leave. It's a trick. It's an illusion. You can always walk away from fear. Have a great month. Bye.